Good morning, everyone. This is Teacher Dean coming to you from Apostolic Radio Ministries International. Again, this is Teacher Dean coming to you from Apostolic Radio Ministries International. Today, we're going to be talking about be, going to, and will. Again, we're going to be talking about be, going to, and will. Now, here are some sentences that we use be, going to. And remember, both of these terms are what? Future. Both of these terms are future terms. For example, I am going to leave at 9 tomorrow morning. I am going to leave at 9 tomorrow morning for my trip to Orlando. Okay? Now, that's I am going to. That means I plan to. Now, we could also say I will leave at 10 tomorrow evening after I'm finished with the pictures. I will leave at 10 tomorrow evening after I'm finished with the pictures. So if you notice, I'm going to and will leave has the same meaning. So I'm going to and will leave have the same meaning. Now, we know that when we're using the term be, if we're talking about I, it's I am. But if we're using the term she, it's going to be she is. So let's look at an individual who is traveling. Lucy is going to be at the services today. Lucy is going to be at the services today. Now, we could also say Lucy will be at the services today. Again, Lucy will be at the services today. Again, both is going to and will be have the same meaning. Again, is going to be and will be have the same meaning. So, when we talk about the words will and we talk about the word be going to, sometimes they have same meaning and sometimes they have different meaning. So, we're going to be looking at that when they have the same meaning and when they have the different meanings later on. Now, let's look at the forms with be going to. You could say, I am going to be early. I am going to be early. He is going to be late. He is going to be late. She is going to be on time. She is going to be on time. They are going to be on time. They are going to be on time. So, when we look at be going to, we look at the word be plus a subject plus going to. You can look at it from the be form, and the be form could be am for I, is for he, she, and it, and it could be are for they, we, and you. So when we're talking about that, we're talking about that in the be going to form. We can also look at the be going to form as in a negative form. A be going to form can also be negative. For example, I am not going to be confused. I am not going to be confused. He is not going to be here. He is not going to be here. They are not going to be able to enter the meeting. They are not going to be able to enter the meeting. Now, let's look at the word going to. When you are in America, sometimes you hear people use in dialect. My Black American friends, sometimes they say, I'm gonna go somewhere. I'm gonna go somewhere. My great friends. But they use the word gonna in place of going to. How do we spell Ghana? Gonna, right? Gonna. When they say Ghana, I'm gonna get something today. I'm gonna get something today means I am going to get something today. So when you hear that on the street, remember going to is sometimes used in some dialects, Ghana. Ghana. Okay? Gonna. Now, let's look at these words going to in a sentence. What are you going to do tomorrow? What are you going to do tomorrow? And your answer could be, I am going to travel out of town. I am going to travel out of town. Now let's look at the next one. Where will Alex be tomorrow? Where will Alex be tomorrow? He will be in the Zoom meeting. He will be in the Zoom meeting at Donna's house. He will be in the Zoom meeting at Donna's house. Now, when you look at these terms, remember, you can always fill in the terms with you in terms of you are, I in terms of I am, and if we're using a name like Dr. Wendy, we can use the term as she is. Okay? So when you look at these terms, I want you to look at them in terms of what could you do. I want you to write down the word you. Y-O-U. I want you to write down the word start. S-T-A-R-T. So I want you to write the word you, and I want you to write start. Right? Then I want you to write the word, leave a space, leave a line, and then I want you to write studying English. Studying English. S-T-U-D-Y-I-N-G, studying English. 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 Are you going to be studying English? Do you see that? So when we look at, we could say, are you going to be studying English? Or we could use the verb, are you finished studying English? So when you write these terms down, I want you to think of sentences that you could write using in the be going to form. Yes, I will, and put a dash, and put the word start in less than a minute. Yes, I will, put a dash, put the word start, it in less than a minute. So I want you to fill in each dash with what? The be going to form. I want you to put, every time I say dash, you fill in that section with a be going to form. Now let's look at another sentence. I want you to write the word when. When. W-H-E-N. When. Then I want you to write the word you. Y-O-U. Again, Y-O-U. Now, I want you to write the word text. T-E-X-T. T-E-X-T. Then I want you to put a dash. I want you to put a dash, and then I want you to finish the sentence with your father. Your father. Your is Y-O-U-R. Again, it's Y-O-U-R. And then you put the word father. F-A-T-H-E-R. Again, it's F-A-T-H-E-R. So the question is, when you put in brackets, you text dash your father. I want you to write that in the be going to form. And when you put the word you, remember what form are you using, okay? Now, let's look at the next sentence. What? Then you put in bracket Dr. Wendy. Then you put in bracket Dr. Wendy. Then I want you to write the word, let me spell the word Dr. Wendy first, D-R. D-R is an abbreviation for doctor. Then you write the word Wendy, W-E-N-D-Y. Again, it's W-E-N-D-Y. Then I want you to write the word prescribe. Prescribe. P-R-E-S-C-R-I-B-E. P-R-E-S-C-R-I-B-E. So the question is, what? Dr. Wendy, prescribe. Put a dash for your headache. For your headache. F-O-R for Y-O-U-R, your headache. H-E-A-D-A-C-H-E, question mark. So it's what, bracket, Dr. Wendy, prescribe dash for your headache. So we're trying to fill with the correct be going to form. Now, when we talk about the be going to form, you can have other sentences, and I want you to fill in for these. This is now going to be the fill in section, and it's going to be 1. When, and you put a dash, will we go back to school? When we put a dash, we go back to school. What, we put a dash, are you working on Saturday? What, we put a dash, are you working on Saturday? So I want you to write those down. So this is more like a listening, where you're writing these things down and then you're filling it with the be going to form. I want you to fill it in with the be going to form. Or it could be you're filling it with the will form. Okay? You could be doing it with the will form. Now, we know that we can use be going to and we can use will, and they have the same meaning. So for this exercise, I want you to use will going to or be going to, and will in each of these sentences. Write them down so that you can have the answers given. You can have the answers. So I want you to do what? Write them down. Do that for me. And what I will do in the next podcast is I am going to go over some of the answers. I am going to go over some of the answers for you. So go ahead and write them down, and then later on we go over the answers. Thank you very much. Remember, we are listening and we are writing. We are listening and we are writing. Thank you. So in the follow-up podcast, I will give you the answers. Thank you.